So what is up, all my fellow YouTubers? This is Social Anxiously back with another episode, and of course, I have to get the madness started today. Hopefully, you guys do not mind while I get this set up or whatever. So lately, a lot has been going on in the news, specifically dealing with sex. I mean, of all things, we're talking about R. Kelly, Bobby Valentino. If any of you don't know who Bobby Valentino is, there's a song with Lil Wayne he did back in the day, and also, which is amazing to me, Usher. Usher actually got, or should I say not got, but he gave another female herpes of all things. So this is what I kind of want to talk about tonight. But definitely saving the best for last, which is the Bobby Valentino. We got R. Kelly, who's supposedly holding these women hostage and kidnapped, and you know, telling these women what to do and things like that of that nature. Supposedly in a sex type of cult. I don't know how true that is, you guys, but things are crazy with these celebrities. Some of these celebrities are just a trip. Seriously. Anywho, you guys, with the Usher situation, my question to you all is: when do you think you should reveal to your partner or the person you see as a potential partner, when you should automatically reveal to them all your sexual acts and things of that nature that you've decided to, let's just say not that you decided to do, but that you carried out with somebody, all the previous partners before? Should you reveal that information to them before you have sex or after you have sex? Why am I asking this question? Well, there's a celebrity, obviously, I told you, R&B singer by the name of Bobby Valentino, who actually, I don't know if he's trying to defend himself, but he actually engaged in some sexual activities with transsexuals. And he got busted this time, and they had him on camera, all that good stuff. So, yeah, he decided he didn't want his face shown on the camera while the person is hollering out Bobby V or something like that. But there's a story going around, you guys, where this person, the reason why I'm asking this as well, because it ties into this, there's a story going around of this person who actually murdered another person for not revealing their sex. This is a transsexual who didn't reveal the sex to the other guy, and the guy was sentenced to 44 years. He stabbed the transsexual 119 times, which is totally ridiculous, guys. I mean, I think it's real sad that the guy died, but at the same time, you have to reveal what your sex is to the person before you even decide to cross that path. I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, that was totally unacceptable what he did on both ends. The guy should have been honest with him, and the other guy went too far. So we have a lost life over this, and it's very unfortunate. You know what I mean? Transsexual life, homosexuality, I'm not in agreement with it, but that's just me. I'm not going to hold that against them. I'm not homophobic, but that's just not my belief system. Like I said before in the earlier video, I think it's very unfortunate. You know, my condolences go out to the families who have suffered behind this person's loss as well. And also for the victim's family, you know, because at the same time they lost a son. So it just is what it is. Moving on with this Bobby Valentino thing, though, I mean, him being a celebrity and all, you know, and having an influence in the community, many communities, I should say, and young children, I think it's just kind of interesting that he's busting that booty hole wide open for another transsexual and not even, you know, say anything to the public, but to say, oh, well, you know, I was tricked into it. But weren't you caught just 3 weeks before messing around with somebody who was a transsexual? Because he's definitely making these transsexuals say, woo, 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 when he's getting on that booty hole. He's up there bringing the alarm and that sucker. It is what it is, y'all. But on top of that, man, it's just so much going on, you guys, with this R. Kelly sexual bid. You know, supposedly having, you know, trapped these women in his house and keeping them hostage. things like that of that nature. I don't know, you guys. It's just an interesting dynamic that all these guys all of a sudden are coming out in the news, with these sexual acts. And then Usher, man, he's up there hiding herpes away from women. That is just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. If a man didn't tell you he had herpes, what would you guys do? That'd be right. That'd be wild, right? If a woman didn't tell you guys that she had herpes, what would you guys do? It'd be wild. You guys would be frustrated, man. I got a little story behind that too. There was actually a girl. This is around like holiday time. This is like around Christmas, and I used to have this acquaintance that I'd always hang around, and he liked this girl at the mall that worked with his childhood friend. And so I was like, okay, cool, good, whatever. And so he acted like he was gonna get something, all that good stuff, and he was about to approach the girl, but the girl actually started talking to his childhood friend, which is a female as well. And so they were talking, whatever, and then next thing you know, his childhood female friend walks up to Ryan and says, she's interested in him. Long story short, the girl takes me home saying, oh, well, I live over there too in these apartments that you have, and blah blah blah. Which she did. She lived in the same apartment complex as me, so I let her take me home. Fast forward a few weeks later, she pulls me into the workout room and all this good stuff, and she's like, "Hey, well, I have to let you know something." I was like, "All right, what's up?" So she tells me I have herpes. I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "Yeah, I have herpes." I was like, "Okay." Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have herpes too, but it's herpes simplex 1. But I got that ever since I was an 8-year-old child, and it was from touching the bathroom sink in my school, in my own school. So that's how I ended up getting that. I don't get it as often like I used to, but like when I'm really, really hot, I have an outbreak. Anyway, neither here nor there. But she told me she had the HSV2, guys, inside her vagina. I was like, really? And she told me how it felt. She said it feels like somebody just took a bunch of razors and cutting her from the inside. I was like, ooh, that made me weak automatically. But the thing is, guys, I was glad that she did do that. But one thing she didn't do is be totally honest with me. She said that basically she wasn't going to tell me how many partners she had, and how we got to that point was through a game of truth and dare. We're hanging over my acquaintance, his childhood friends, and her little fiance at the time, which now they're married. And it was the girl who had herpes, whatever. We're all hanging out. We're playing a game of truth or dare, and she straight up, you know, I should say, by the time it got to me, I asked her truth or dare, and she said that she wanted to tell the truth. So I was like, all right, bet. I was like, how many sexual partners have you had? And then she looks at me and says, I'd rather not say. I was like, oh snap. I was like, somebody wasn't being honest then, automatically. So it's just one of those situations, guys. You need to be careful who you guys are messing with. Even me, because some of these females out here are not clean, and a lot of these males too. So it goes for the males too. A lot of these males aren't clean, ladies. You have to be very, very careful, because the women are inside, men are outside. When it comes to the genitalia, and I can only imagine what they feel like on the inside with the women's genitalia. All that good stuff. That stuff probably burns like hell. I can only imagine. But yeah, you guys, that's been my time. This is So Shot Anxiously. Never become a shell yourself, and always go out there and get it. Peace.